Now, the fact is, God relies on people to do his work. God did not create us as robots. God gave us free will. And even though God could snap his fingers and cause anything to take place, like the rebuilding of the temple, he chooses instead to give people the free will and the ability, the giftedness, the inspiration to be involved in his work, to actually be his hands and feet here on earth. And so, much like the World War II aftermath in Europe, where so many great cathedrals were destroyed or damaged, one in London particularly, where the statue of Jesus standing out front with the outstretched arms, the arms were broken off, and the people debated what to do about the statue, whether it should be taken down and replaced, or should they try to repair the arms, and instead they put up a sign that said, "His only hands are yours." And that's true today. The hands and feet of Jesus here on this earth are yours and mine. So he needs people to accomplish his work. 1 Kings chapters 5 and 6 tell us that God's people under the leadership of Solomon built the temple in Jerusalem. And then the 6th chapter of Ezra, we read that the temple was rebuilt and the work was completed. The people, the families who returned from Babylonian captivity, worked very hard to complete the Lord's temple. They did his work. They were his hands and his feet. And it hasn't changed today. God's work relies on the work of God's people. And so if we wonder why God hasn't done something, why hasn't God helped those homeless people? Why hasn't God helped those hungry people? Why hasn't God helped those hurting people? Because God's people have refused to be his hands and feet. We have failed. So instead of asking why, we should ask, what can I do to help those hurting people? What can I do to help those homeless people? What can I do to help those hungry people?